All right, YouTubers, got one more break before Christmas. I got 10 packs of the 1987 Mini League Leaders. I've already done a few of these breaks before. I was always a fan of these cards, love the design, uh, like their little size. I probably paid too much for these. I paid like $6 for 10 packs. I probably could have got a whole box, but anyway, I liked them, picked them up. And let's rip right into these and we'll see what we get. Always looking for Hall of Famers and anything else interesting. Always like the obscure leaders from each year, seeing what they led the league in. Alright, let's start it off with Gary Gaetti and those old baby blue Twins unis. They should bring those back. Those are pretty sweet. Gary Gaetti, third in home runs and 34. And tied for fifth with 108 RBIs. It's a pretty good year. And he batted 287, 171 hits. Wow, Gary Gaetti. Good year. Gary Carter, Hall of Famer, the kid. Game-winning RBIs, no longer a stat, was tied for first with 16 and third with 105 RBIs. It's good production from your catcher, Hall of Famer. Tim Raines, newly elected Hall of Famer there. Batting average and on-base percentage leader. Get the spring fever out of the way there. Juan Samuel. He was an elite hitter for the Phillies for a couple of years. Never got any credit because he was probably from the Dominican Republic, I think, but it doesn't say on the back of the card. But anyway, if you look up his stats, he had one year where he had, I think, like 30 doubles, 15 triples, and 15 home runs. Kind of unheard of production back then. Jeff Reardon, league leader in saves with 35. He was number 2. Kirk Gibson, or it looked like he was already hobbling there, even though that's way before the 88. Well, not way before, a couple of years before, when he walked off the Dodgers over the A's, hitting the 3-run bomb off Eck. Was it a 2-run homer? I don't know. Dennis Rasmussen, finishing off the pack. Nice little red stain there on the bottom. Tied for fourth with 18 victories for Dennis Rasmussen with a 3.88 ERA. Obviously, he got plenty of run support. All right. 2 Hall of Famers in that pack, Tim Raines and Gary Carter. Might as well try to get this whole set now. Bill Dorn, I'm guessing he led the league in stolen bases. Tied for fifth with 42. Back when people actually stole bases, 42 would lead the league nowadays. Kevin Big Mouth Bass. That pack doesn't have very many cards in it. 4 cards plus my Spring Fever. Supposed to have 7. What's up with that? And it had 2 Bill Dorns. Bootleg. I got ripped off. Who would be breaking packs of league leaders and resealing them and taking out the Mattingleys or whatever? Who was the hot player out of that? Mark Langston. Ricky Henderson. There's a Hall of Famer. Stolen bases and runs, of course. Jesse Barfield. Did he lead the league in outfield assists? Because that guy had a cannon. Home runs, he was first with 40. I didn't know he led the league in homers. Tied for 5th with runs and tied for 5th in RBIs. Probably an all-star year for Jesse Barfield. Spring Fever. Another Kirk Gibson hobbled, swinging horribly. Another Juan Samuel. Another Jeff Reardon. And another Kirk Gibson. What's going on here? I'm going to have a hard time completing the set if I keep pulling all these duplicates. Somebody's resealing these league leaders and pulling out all the Mattingleys. I don't know anybody else that would have been worth money back in the day. Maybe Wally Joyner if he had one of these. I don't know. Lee Smith. Another Gary Carter. Ron Darling. First Ron Darling there. Third in ERA with a 2.81 ERA and tied for 5th with 2 shutouts. Spring Fever in it again. There's Wally Joyner. He does have one. Tied for 4th with 14 game-winning RBIs. George Taco Bell, Bob Horner, and Gary Pettis. I'm guessing he was a stolen base leader. Tied for 2nd with 50. Another Mark Langston. Phil Bradley. He lead the league in. On base percentage, second with a 405 on base percentage. 77 walks, 163 hits, and a 310 batting average. 12 homers, only 50 driven in on 163 hits. I'm guessing the Mariners weren't getting too many guys on base. Another Gary Carter, or Gary Gaetti, excuse me. Eddie Murray, there's a Hall of Famer. Fourth in on-base percentage with a 396. Oral Hershiser, complete games. Tied for fifth with 8. Mike Krukow, second with 20 victories. Fourth with 10 complete games. Dang, 10 complete games. And Bruce Hurst. I don't care about Bruce Hurst. I'm not looking at the back of his card. Focus. Focus. Donnie Moore. Did he lead the league in failed suicide or murder-suicides? That's horrible. Fifth with 21 saves. Dale Murphy. Did he get in the Hall of Fame yet? He should be. Glenn Davis. Game-winning RBIs, home runs, and runs batted in. Spring training. Dave Kingman. Never seen that one before. Tied for second with 35 home runs. Wade Boggs. Haven't seen that one before either. Batting average, on-base percentage, hits. He was a beast back in the late 80s. Steve Sucks. Batting average, hits, and on-base percentage. And Dave Parker. Runs batted in, home runs, and coke snorted. I ruined that joke. I'm trying to do this too quick. My brain's not working. Look at this pack. There's not even any cards in this one. Look at this. 3 cards. Alan Trammell, newly made Hall of Famer, Rick Rhoden, and Burt Blyleven. 3 cards, supposed to have 7. Getting Jude here. Oh, another short pack. Pete O'Brien, Wally Joyner, George Bell, and Bob Horner again. What's going on with these packs? What's going on with my camera focus? Gary Carter, Tim Raines, Murder-Suicide Donnie Moore, Teddy Higuera, ERA, shutouts, victories, and complete games. Roger Clemens, haven't seen that one before. Victories, ERA, and strikeouts. It's a nice looking Hall of Fame one. Jim Rice and Eddie Murray, another Hall of Fame pack. Last one. I wonder what's going on with these short packs. Not getting my money's worth out of these. Bob Ojeda. Don Ass. What did he lead the league in? Saves. Second with 34. And epic mustaches. That guy's rocking it. Good job, Don Ass. Tony Gwynn. Another George Bell. Another Bob Horner. Home runs. I love that old Braves logo. Come on, go back to that. And Screaming Savage. That's awesome. Gary Pettis and Floyd Yeomans. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Thanks for all my subscribers, even though you're all my old friends. Let's get some comments going, and I'll have some more videos after Christmas.